gosh. This is hands down the best summer dessert I've ever made.
Take me to
I can't wait to try.
aquifers and springs, baby ferns uncurling every living thing. Be to me a mother, both hands on the wheel. Show me faded color, fields of chamomile. All at once in a dream, we are together.
That workout was so good. Oh my goodness. My arms are like on fire. I hope you're excited for today's video because it is going to be a summer version of what I eat in a day. One of my favorite things to do with staying in a calorie deficit is really to spice up my meals based on the seasons, and it is officially summer. So that means that we can incorporate more of the summer vibes into our meals, but it is possible to do that and stay in a calorie deficit and hit your protein goals, which is exactly what we are going to be doing today. For me, what feels best is staying at 1600 calories and always over 120 grams of protein. Doing that, I just feel really strong, I feel really lean, and I feel like my body is just getting exactly what it needs. So that is exactly what we're going to be doing today. Our meals are still going to be super fun, especially dessert. I'm so excited for dessert. Oh my gosh, it's going to be like a s'mores summer fun recipe, and I cannot wait to try it with you. And also, it has been a week since I got my Garmin Vivo Active 5, and y'all, I'm in love. I'm in love. It is such a pretty watch, and I feel like, I don't know, my steps are just so much more accurate with this one. Like, I realized that my other one was like 1500 steps off. This has been amazing at tracking my workouts, my steps, literally everything, and I'm really obsessed with it. So if you are considering moving to Garmin, do it. Just do it. I wish I did it sooner. I absolutely love, love, love this watch. So I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna get showered off, and then we're going to make breakfast. And I really hope these meals help you out because I understand how much of a struggle it can feel and how overwhelming it can feel whenever you are trying to lose weight, you're trying to build muscle, or you're just trying to get to your dream body, and it could just be a lot sometimes. So I really hope this video helps you. I hope it gives you some kind of inspiration for your recipes, or just trying one of these I'm going to show you today. And I do want to say, just want to clarify, I am not a dietitian, I'm not a nutritionist, not any of that. I just want to share what's working for me because eating this way makes me feel really good, and I just hope that it helps you also feel the best that you possibly can while fueling you towards your goals. Because I know for me, looking for inspiration for recipes and food is just, it's something that helps me a ton on my fitness journey. So I hope it does the same for you with this video. So I'm gonna go ahead, get all cleaned up, and then we will make breakfast. And I'm so excited to eat because I'm very, very hungry after working out. It's time to make breakfast. As you know, if you've been watching my videos, I have had quite the egg ick lately. I have not wanted anything to do with eggs, but I'm finally coming out of it. I've had my protein pancake bites for a few weeks now, which I can link the video that recipe is in if you want to check it out after this one. But those have been such a saving grace and have been just really nice to have a break from eggs. But like I said, I think I'm coming out of it, and today we're gonna make an omelet. I love omelets. They are very nostalgic for me just because my dad loved omelets, and I feel just like it's a very elevated breakfast. It's very simple, and you can customize it to whatever you like. So you can put whatever vegetables you like in it, whatever cheese you like. You can add sausage, you can add bacon. So many possibilities to have with omelets that I just think it's a really good breakfast to have in your rotation. I'm gonna show you exactly how we can make sure we are getting the most protein for the least amount of calories as possible, because I like to hit every meal to be like 30 to 40 grams of protein. So I'll show you how to do that. Let's get going because it is a little bit later of a breakfast than normal because I stayed up just a little too late reading my book last night. I'm currently reading this one if you haven't been watching my videos. I'm obsessed. I love a good little summer rom-com read, and I treat myself to a little wind down routine with it every night. And I try to just limit it to like 10 to 15 minutes because then I start to get really tired. And then I wake up at 3 a.m. with the book on my face, and yeah. But I just got to a really good part and stayed up just a little too late. But it's okay. We got our workout in. We're getting in our protein today. We're getting our breakfast on, and it's gonna be a great day. So let's get going because I, like I said, am grumbly in the tumbly, as Pooh Bear would say. While the stove is warming up, we're gonna get our eggs all mixed. So what I like to do is to do 1 egg, and then to get the same amount of protein but less calories, I like to do, instead of a second egg, I just do egg whites for what would be 1 egg. And the reason for this is because 1 egg is 70 calories, and then 3 tablespoons of egg whites, which is equivalent to 1 egg, is only 25 calories. So we're gonna save on some calories but still get the nutrients from the yolk, because there are some vitamins in there I really want to make sure that we get, but I also don't want to ruin my macros. So this is a little cheat code I like to do to make sure that I don't go over, which by doing this you'll still get some nutrients, especially from that particular yolk, and then whatever's in the egg whites just won't be as much as if you used 2 whole eggs. But feel free to do whatever your heart desires. If you want to do 2 full eggs, go for it. Go for it. It's literally a lean protein source. If you want to put your calories there, I think that is completely fine. And then next up, to keep our protein high, I'm going to add in some cottage cheese. Now, don't roll your eyes. If you hate cottage cheese, you will not even know that it's in your eggs, okay? You will not feel the texture. You won't even really taste it. It just makes it a lot more creamy and a little cheesy. It's so, so good. I love this one. This is the Good Culture. This one's the 2%, I believe, and it's only 90 calories for half a cup and 14 grams of protein. But we're only going to use half of that, so it's only going to be about 45 calories in our eggs here. Which I like this one because the curds are the smallest, and it just honestly makes the best tasting stuff with it. Like, I love this cottage cheese. Let me grab salt and pepper. This is my favorite salt. If you haven't seen this one, it's the Celtic sea salt. It has a ton of minerals in this one, so I love Celtic sea salt. It's one of the best salts that you can get. And then we're gonna do some pepper. I'm just gonna whisk all that together. And then you'll just want to whisk it till it's all mixed. And I think our pan should be nice and warm by now, so let's get this cooking. I did a quick switch of our pans. I almost used this big stir fry pan. We don't need that. It's gonna make our omelet way too thin, so I went ahead and got this saute pan instead. It's a lot smaller, which means it'll make our omelet a lot fluffier and not super thin, and easier to flip. Okay, so now it is sizzling. We're gonna add in this little mixture of tomatoes, peppers, and onion. But like I said, you can do whatever you want. Let's see, I wanna flip it this way, yeah. So be mindful whenever you are putting your vegetables and toppings on what side, because you want it to be your dominant side. So I'm right-handed, so I'm gonna put it on the left so it's easier for me to flip. I'm also gonna add some mushrooms. These are really good with micronutrients. Then to add some greens, I'm gonna add some spinach. And lastly, whatever cheese you want, I'm just gonna use the Mexican style shredded cheese. this breakfast looks. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited to eat this. I love having a peach in the morning. It's one of my favorite summer fruits. I think it's really honestly tied with watermelon. It's hard for me to pick, but they're also, nothing beats a nice juicy peach. But yeah, so that is what we're having for breakfast today. Our yogurt, you saw me put creatine on top of that. That's the best way I've found to take creatine. I know some people just mix it in their water, but I like just putting it into my yogurt, and it has so many benefits, and I can definitely tell when I don't take it. I can feel like, I don't know, just my recovery is a lot slower from my workouts, which I do a lot of strength training, so I really like to make sure that my muscles are recovering as much as possible, and it also helps with brain function, and there's just a ton of benefits to it. So I like to add that, and I love my frozen wild blueberries. They are loaded with antioxidants, and it's just a really good way to also add in some fiber. And then as far as my coffee, this is the creamer I've been using, which I love s'mores. I'm obsessed with s'mores, especially in the summertime. So I have my s'mores coffee creamer by Chobani, which it's not like top tier healthy creamer, but it's also not the worst. They don't have any gums, artificial sweeteners, emulsifiers, carrageenan, no preservatives. You can see here on the label they don't have a bunch of stuff that's normally in coffee creamer in them, so it's a better alternative if you just want to play around with your coffee. Just make sure you measure it, because we're not drinking our calories, okay? We're not doing that. But I try to really control this, so that's why I measure it. So I did that, and then to make my coffee a protein source, if you see my videos before, you'll know I do this every morning. I add collagen into my coffee. This is only 45 calories, but you get 10 grams of protein in one serving. So this coffee alone is 10 grams of our protein total in our breakfast. So I love making it a protein source because it's just something I look forward to. So why not just take the opportunity to add more protein, and you don't even taste it. You don't taste it at all. You would not know it's in there. So our total macros for this breakfast is 490 calories, 40 carbs, and 47 grams of protein, which definitely exceeds our 30-gram minimum, which I like to try to get a little more than 30 grams of protein in my breakfast, especially just because I notice the more protein I have in my breakfast, I'm way more energized, I stay fuller for longer, and I don't crave a bunch of sweets. Like whenever I have a really crappy breakfast and it's not as satiating, by like 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon, I just want freaking chocolate. Like I just want sweets. I want caffeine. Anything that will boost me up and is sweet, that's all I crave. But it's much more controlled if it even happens at all whenever I have a high protein breakfast. So I'm gonna go enjoy my breakfast, get some reading done, and then I will catch back up with you at lunchtime. And lunchtime is gonna be a very fun one. I'm so excited to add this in our summer lunch meal prep rotation. So I will see you then. I'm gonna go load up on my protein. It is time for lunch, and we're having one of my absolute favorite summer meals, and it's a Mediterranean protein pasta. I swear, a cold, fresh pasta salad just completely hits in the summer. It's the best. My mom used to make one growing up, and she would do like tomatoes and cucumbers and onions and Italian dressing, and it was just one of my favorite things. And I've carried that into my adulthood. I've just kind of zhuzhed it up with a little bit more of protein-based things, you know? So we're gonna be doing a pasta salad that is Mediterranean inspired. It is super easy. You can meal prep this ahead of time, so you can take it to work, you can take it and have it prepped for your lunch if you work from home, you can have it for dinner, like literally whatever your heart desires, you can have this. And I love this too because I feel like it's a common misconception to think like, oh, I can't have pasta, I'm in a calorie deficit. Like, you can have pasta. Of course you need to have like have portion control, but you can absolutely have pasta. You absolutely can. I actually found one that is 2 ingredients and it's a protein pasta. So, but I did go ahead and get the water boiling because I feel like it just takes a minute. So I just wanted to get that going because I'm getting pretty hungry. So I just didn't want to wait on that forever. So while that is getting to a boil, let me show you the ingredients that you'll need, and then we're gonna just get chopping. Yeah, it's gonna be so easy, and it's gonna be such a good meal to add into your summer meal prep rotation. So here's all of our ingredients we're gonna use. So we're gonna do 1 organic cucumber, some bell pepper, some fat-free feta cheese, and then some grape tomatoes. I just picked these really colorful ones. I thought they looked really good. And then a red onion. And this is the pasta I was telling you about. It's 2 ingredients. It's from Italy. It says, I actually found this at Walmart, believe it or not. And then just some lemon juice, and then we're gonna do olive oil spray, because olive oil can have a lot of calories. It can be very calorie dense. So having the spray, these 2 are gonna be for our dressings. Having the spray for the olive oil is just gonna keep us from going too calorically dense. So yeah, this is all we need. Our water has gotten to a boil, so let's go ahead, get our noodles boiling, and get this all chopped up. And then once the noodles are done, it'll be ready to eat. And I never do it. Big enough. The only other one I have that would be is plastic, so I really want to see if we can fit it in here. If not, we'll transfer it over, but let's just see if we can make this bowl work. Oh yeah, no, this is gonna be way too small. Yeah, don't want to do it, but we're gonna have to. Also gonna add in our feta. Lemon juice, a little bit of olive oil, some salt, and pepper. Now we're just gonna shake it up. I definitely think I need to invest in a bigger bowl with a lid for sure. To make it so much easier, I'm just gonna shake it up a little bit and then just give it a really good stir. This looks so good. Like I said, I just need a bigger bowl, but other than that, this is great. Look at how colorful this is. That's one thing I really love about summer meals. I love making them just really fresh, really colorful, and one of the reasons I love the Mediterranean diet so much is because they have such colorful, fresh food, and it's actually one of the healthiest diets out there. So I just really love to incorporate it where I can. But yeah, so this one's really great because it is preppable, as you can tell by my big container. I definitely need to add like a bigger glass bowl Tupperware to my shopping list because I honestly didn't realize I didn't have one. That would be what I need for this, but that's okay. We may do with what we have. But what I really like to do is I sprayed the olive oil and a little bit of lemon juice on this entire batch and shook it up because I kind of like it to coat the noodles and the vegetables And then as I make individual servings, just kind of top it with a very light amount just to make sure that it has that flavor to it. And then I did top it with salt, pepper, and oregano and arugula to add in a little extra bit of greens. So this makes about 4 to 5 servings, and each serving is going to be, I have my macros right here, it's going to be 430 calories, 72 carbs, and 30 grams of protein. And it's really nice too if you're kind of tired of like chicken and beef and any other like meat proteins. It's nice to just kind of shake it up, especially with it being so warm out. I don't know, I feel like sometimes meat can be just a little heavy. So this is a very light option, and you can have it without sacrificing your protein while also prepping for the week with it. So yeah, like I said, I get about 4 servings in one batch. So lasts you for a little bit and is really delicious. So I'm gonna go enjoy my lunch and then go outside and get some steps in because I gotta hit my steps for the day and enjoy the sunshine. It's such a pretty day. And then I will come back inside and show you exactly what I'm gonna be having for a snack. I swear this is one of my favorite meals ever. I could live off a pasta salad. So good. And we are back from our walk slash run. It was such a good time outside. The sun is just shining and it's so beautiful, but it is very, very toasty. Very humid, very toasty. I went for quite a long walk and then ended up actually running a little bit. I was really trying to break in my Brooks shoes, which I haven't showed you guys, but they did come in. This is what they look like, and I really, really like them. If you're looking for a really good pair of shoes, these are really, really good. I like these. I just love how they're this pretty off-white color. I like that the shoe logo isn't massive. I feel like a lot of shoes, like the shoes are the logo, but anyway, these are great. They did awesome on our run today slash walk. So love those. And I took a quick shower, got changed actually into my little 4th of July get up for America 250. It's a big year, big year. And we're actually gonna do some fun 4th of July festivities tonight. So I just went ahead and got changed. But I am hungry after being physical outside. So for our snack today, we are doing some watermelon, which, good Lord, after being outside and it being so toasty, watermelon is just the best thing to have. I swear it hits so good. And then I have my little pepper jack cheese stick. I've showed these before, but I love these. These are such a hack, I swear. They're so, so good. But this is 150 calories and 17 grams of protein. And this whole snack together is 200 calories, 14 grams of carbs, and 17 grams of protein. So I really love to keep my snacks really light, really fresh, and just like this, very simple. So I'm gonna go enjoy this, and then I will catch up with you at dinner time. So I just finished my snack, and since we're going to some 4th of July festivities, I wanted to get dinner going early just so that we can make it in time for those events, but also I just don't want to eat super late. It's not good for you to just eat right before you go to bed. It just messes with your sleep and your body's trying to digest your food so it doesn't go into a full resting state. It's a whole mess. So I figured we would just go ahead and eat before we go. But for dinner, we're gonna make cheeseburger tacos. It's really easy, it's a fun recipe to make, and it's just an extra little twist on a normal cheeseburger, and it's just a fun way to kind of spice up your meals if you are feeling a little bored with them, or if you just want something different to add into your rotation. And as excited as I am for this recipe, I'm literally just kind of thinking about dessert, because our dessert tonight, I'm so pumped for. It's gonna be like probably the best summer dessert ever, and I cannot wait for you to try it. But okay, I need to stop thinking about dessert and think about dinner right now. So we're gonna go ahead and get this going. But like I said, cheeseburger tacos is what we're gonna make. Super easy. I'll show you exactly what you need and we'll get it going so that we can make our festivities in time, because the flyover they are doing, I believe, is shortly. So we gotta get cooking. So this is literally everything that you need aside from seasonings. So we have our ground beef, obviously, for cheeseburgers. So yeah, we have our ground beef. I just do the 96.4 from Trader Joe's. And then for our taco shells, I have the these Mission Zero net carbs. They're pretty low calorie also. I think they're like 110, got 110 for 3. So yeah, so we got those. Then some cheese. So I just got the Velveeta slices because they are the lowest calorie sliced cheese I could find. It's 35 calories for one slice, which is really, really good. Everything else was like 60, 70 calories. And then some shredded lettuce. And then for our burger sauce, we're going to do some ketchup. This one is just the organic ketchup from Primal Kitchen. Then we have some organic yellow mustard and some plain Greek yogurt. So we're going to start with making our cheeseburger tacos, and then we'll add in our toppings. I did remove all of my rings, so just letting you know before you do this yourself. We're going to season this really quickly with some garlic, salt, and pepper. Alright, now we're going to take our tortilla shells here and we're going to smash the meat onto the tortilla and then just lay them on this parchment paper here. With 1 pound of ground beef, it should make 6 that look like this. So now we're gonna put it into a skillet on like medium-high heat and cook these. And I'll show you how to make them look like a burger and taste like a burger too. How freaking good does this look? This reminds me of like a summer cookout, which is why I love burgers so much. I feel like it's just like the most American food, and I feel like it's just the most summery food because you have like burgers and hot dogs at cookouts, and this is just a nod to summer for me, which is why I really enjoyed this recipe. But yeah, this one made 6, so each one is going to be 175 calories, 1 carb, and 19 grams of protein. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and have 2 tonight. So mine are gonna be 350 calories, 3 carbs, and 38 grams of protein. But you could definitely have, 3 in one sitting and then just have it be like 2 meals or just dinner one night for you and your husband, girlfriend, wife, whatever. Or you could even do like just have 2 at a time, so then you have 3 meals for yourself and have it like a meal prep. So the options are endless, truly. Now with the sauce, I did not put pickle juice in it. I do think it would make it better because granted, I don't like pickles. I absolutely hate pickles. I think they're cucumbers soaked in evil. They're just not my friend. But I do think that the tang from that I think would go really well with this sauce and really make it taste like a true burger. But nonetheless, it still tastes really good without it. But yeah, look at this. This is so fun. I probably could have gotten bigger tortillas too, like not the biggest size, but maybe like the medium, because these are like the really tiny ones. So I think if you do this, maybe try that, but just make sure to get your meat as like mashed and flat to the tortilla. Oh my gosh, look at that. Here we go. Tastes like a true burger. That is really good. Wow, I have sauce everywhere. Oh my god. I'm a mess. Freya's like following me trying to get my food. I'm gonna eat these really quick and then we're actually gonna go ahead and get dessert going. I'm so freaking pumped about this dessert, you have no idea. It's a new summer recipe with s'mores and I'm obsessed with s'mores, anything s'mores related. So we're going to make that before we go because it does need time to freeze. So I want to be able to enjoy it and try it whenever we get home from our 4th of July festivities. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and eat these. We'll get that prepped before we go. And then I'm so excited to try it with you tonight. Hopefully it all comes out really good. I haven't tried it yet, but it looks amazing. It looks so, so good, and it might be a new summer staple. So I'm gonna go eat dinner, and then we will get that dessert all prepped before we head out to celebrate America 250. I cannot explain to you how excited I am for this dessert. We're gonna be making frozen s'mores bars, and they're going to have a little bit of protein in there. So we're gonna do protein s'mores bars, and this is everything you're going to need. So we're gonna have some kind of, you could do the zero sugar Cool Whip, but I just don't like the ingredients in there. So I got the Cocoa Whip. It just has better stuff in there. So we got that. Then whatever protein powder you want. So I just chose this vanilla protein powder, and then some chocolate chips. These are just the Lily's chocolate chips. I used these last week for our air fryer s'mores dip, and they're really, really good. And then you're gonna need some graham crackers, whichever ones you want. I just have the graham cracker squares from Trader Joe's. These are probably my favorite graham crackers. These taste really, really good, and they're already in the little squares, like they're not the long graham crackers. So I'm going to show you how to make these, and they do need time to freeze, which is why I wanted to get this done before we leave for our July 4th festivities, because I want to be able to come home and just enjoy a frozen protein s'mores bar, because I think it just top off the summer evening so nicely, and I think it'll be just a fun little frozen protein meal prep we could toss into our rotation also. So yeah, let's get this going, and I'll show you how to make these bars. All right, so first things first, I've got something that'll fit in the freezer. My freezer is a little bit smaller, so I just have this cutting board with parchment paper on top, so it fits our shelves. And then we're just gonna make our base for our s'mores bars. So I'm gonna do 10. So we're gonna end up using 20 crackers total. As you can see, these aren't like one long graham cracker. If you're doing ones that have like the longer ones together, you probably only need 5, but I need double since mine are a little smaller. All right, we're gonna set that to the side for a second. Now we're gonna melt some chocolate chips. So we're gonna need 1/2 cup of chocolate chips. Okay, now we're gonna pop this in the microwave just to get this all melted. You could add some coconut oil to it just to like help it be more of a spread, but I don't have any, so we might just add a little, let's add a little spray of avocado oil. A little easier without the calories. But yeah, I'm gonna pop this in the microwave, and then we'll spread it on our graham crackers. All right, got it all nice and melted. I did mine for 45 seconds, and I did it again for 15, and it seemed to be nice and melted. So now we're just gonna spread them over each graham cracker. All right, once your graham crackers are all covered in chocolate, we're going to make the faux marshmallow cream. So we're gonna mix, I went rinsed out my bowl here. We're gonna mix this tub of the Cocoa Whip with protein powder. Now, it's not gonna have a ton of protein per s'more, but it's gonna have a little bit in there, which is honestly all we need because our meals today have had a lot of protein, so I think we'll be fine. Plus, if you're hitting your 30 grams of protein per meal anyway, you're gonna hit your 120 grams no problem. So this will be just a really good little treat just to add a little bonus protein. That's kind of how I like to look at it. I like to look at my desserts as like a bonus protein option. And we're just gonna add 1 scoop of protein powder to that mixture. I actually might need a bigger bowl. What's with me underestimating my bowls today? I don't understand. Okay, yeah, we need a bigger bowl. Okay. Yeah, this one's better. You could, if you really wanted to make this higher protein, you could do plain Greek yogurt for this instead of the Cocoa Whip if you really wanted to, and that would just give you even more protein. All right, now we're going to add our marshmallow fluff. I think I'm gonna add a clean sheet of parchment paper just so it doesn't freeze messy like that. Now we're gonna add our top graham cracker to make our s'more. Look at how good these look. Oh my gosh, it's just a bunch of tiny little s'mores. I cannot wait to try this tonight. I hope it tastes as good as it looks. This is a new one I'm trying, but I figured if it worked out, it would be such a fun thing to incorporate this summer because I love s'mores. S'mores to me is like my summer version of pumpkin spice. Like if there's something s'mores related, I'm all over it. So I hope I can make these because I did actually see s'mores ice cream sandwiches at Target, but it was like over 300 calories for one sandwich, like one ice cream sandwich, which I thought was insane. I'm sure it's worth it. I'm sure it tastes amazing, but this is a healthier option and a way lower calorie option. And like I said, there are so many opportunities to make this even higher protein. I just wanted to opt for it this way because I do feel like this is more of like a marshmallowy texture versus Greek yogurt, but you could absolutely do Greek yogurt. Yogurt freezes pretty well too, so that's something you could do to change this. So let's pop these in the freezer because we need to head out for our 4th of July celebrations, and then we'll come home and give them a try, and I will share the macros with you, and I will share the total macros for the day also with you. So yeah, let's get these freezing and let's head out to celebrate America's 250th birthday. That is insane to think. Oh my gosh. Ooh, I can't wait to try. Back at home and I'm all clean in my PJs, which I did end up ordering those beachy looking PJs. I got them in from Amazon and they are the comfiest, cutest little PJs. I love little frills on the bottom, but yeah, I love these and I'm not sweating as much as I was all night. Our cats radiate heat too, so I think that has something to do with it, but it's just nice to have a summery pair of pajamas. Also, I'm so sorry if you hear the TV in the background. Cooper's actually in there watching the World Cup right now, and it's going a little crazy. It's a little loud, so I apologize. I had so much fun at our little festivities today for July 4th. I just loved seeing the flyover. That was really cool. The fireworks show was pretty cool too because we had really good seats. We were right there on the water and we were right next to the barge where they were firing them off, so that was really, really cool, and got to see a beautiful sunset. So it was just the perfect little top off to July 4th. And if you're in America, I hope you had an amazing and safe July 4th. And if you're not in America, I still hope you had a great July 4th. But to wrap up our celebration of America 250, we are going to have our dessert here. This is our protein s'more, and it's frozen and it is ready to be eaten. I'm so excited for this. I've been waiting all day to try this. So we're gonna see how it tastes, and then I will share the macros with you. So let me get my life together here. All right, here we go. Oh my gosh. This is hands down the best summer dessert I've ever made. Wow. Look at that. It looks just like a normal s'more. And this stuff honestly tastes like a marshmallow. It's crazy. Oh my god. So for reference, one of those is going to be 160 calories, 23 carbs, and 2 grams of protein, which, like I told you earlier, I wish it had a little bit more protein, but you could totally change that. Now it is time to calculate our macros for the entire day. I wrote them down right here, so let me tell you what they were. So for calories, we had 1,630 calories, which is perfect. I love to stay in that 1,600 calorie range. We had 152 carbs, which is still pretty good. And then for protein, we had 134 grams of protein. So that is a really good day. Some days, like I said, I go up to like 150, 160 grams of protein. Some days I'm in the high 120s. Some days I'm in the 130s, 140s. Like, it just really fluctuates. And as long as it's above 120 grams, that's good with me, just because that's what my body needs. I definitely recommend figuring out what that is for you. But these numbers in this range is exactly what makes me feel really strong, makes me feel like I can recover from my workouts, I build muscle, I lose fat, and I just feel really good and really, really strong. So I really hope that this video helped you out. If you're on the same journey and you're just looking for some really good, fun recipes that are seasonal and that you could have fun with, and you could tailor to what you like and have fun actually working towards your goals and getting your dream body and eating in a way that makes your body nourished and just is really good for you. So I really hope this video helped you out. If it did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe down below, just so that I know it actually was helpful to you. And if you try any of these recipes or if you make any changes to them, let me know, because I would love to hear what you think and how you change it to what you like, and I'd love to try it myself too. So I'm always trying out new recipes, so please let a girl know. Let a girl know. But with that, I'm gonna go enjoy the rest of my little s'mores bar here and get cozy and probably read my book as I fall asleep, as always. But I just want to say thank you so much for being here. Thank you for spending the day with me. I truly, truly enjoyed it, and I'm so grateful that you got to come along with us for these July 4th celebrations. So thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for watching, and I cannot wait to catch you in the very next video. Bye. Man, these are good.